Welcome to X Trending. My name is Mark Zschiegner, and today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, and if you want to see my X account restored. As you can see right now, I cannot get into my X account. Unfortunately, I don't know what's going on. They may have banned me, who knows. They probably don't like me using the title of the show being X Trending, seeing the stuff trending on X, or I pissed somebody off over at X and they just shut me down. So I cannot get into X this morning. That's okay, because as I said, we do have other things to talk about. So let's just go ahead and come off of X. I'm going to go ahead and switch the cameras. A wacky look there. Alright, so now I'm facing my other screen, and let me bring up my other feed here this morning. So we're not going to be going over X. We're going to go over a couple things, and then we're going to call it a day, and I'll try to figure out the X issues at a later time. Bigger stories this morning. Ooh, it's not your much show. TikTok, and I have had TikTok on my phone, and it just seems to be a bunch of all over the place. Looking at movies and all that good stuff, but man, those are on the TikTok platform. Or if you're some guy that knows how to make money on, and then did I say the P word? Yeah, that's what it is. So basically, that whole scam is, listen, I'm gonna put out a cool TikTok video. I'm gonna train you, man, and then you're gonna pay me like $1,500, and then you're gonna go out and collect $1,500. That's a Ponzi scheme, dude. You got no product. You got no product. You're showing people how to make short TikTok videos. There's no product in it, and granted, that made that person millions of dollars and made other people a lot of money, but there's really no product there. At the end of the day, it's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of flipping BS. So yeah, a lot of people made a lot of money doing that, and I'm not begrudging them, but yeah, it's like a place where you can shake your ass, shake your boobs, whatever. So yeah, I got off of TikTok quickly because it's an entertainment platform that I guess, in the long scope of things, yeah, it could be stealing shit for China. I mean, honestly, it could be stealing your data for China. But I guess we'll never know, and I'll never know if I get my X account back. And if I don't get my X account back, I guess it'll just be like every other talking head show. So speaking of talking head shows, there's a couple links below that I always like recommend stuff you should watch. One of them, of course, is Andy Frisella's CTI. Excellent show. The guy's from St. Louis. First Form is from St. Louis. Both those guys are from St. Louis. They put the kibosh on the bullshit racism, bullshit black-white agenda, bullshit woke agenda. They put the kibosh on it. And that means that, just like him, I'm not a racist, nor am I, well, I'm not white. I mean, if you can plainly see, that's not the tint on your screen. No, I'm not white. I grew up in a highly white-driven society. Let's put it that way. Where I went to high school, I was as black as you got, which just sounds weird, right? But I was, and I'm not black either, so that's how that goes. So that kind of gives you the gist of the area of the country I grew up in, which is right around here. It's near the St. Louis area. I call St. Louis my home because it pretty much was the biggest city that I lived next to. But let's get back to the TikTok thing. That could get banned. If that happens, that could be an interesting quandary. Is that like taking away our freedoms? I mean, chime in, in the comments. You can chime in right now if you want. I am quite available to take your chat requests or whatever. I have a full non-partisan. I mean, there's nobody in my chat room. I'm looking at the YouTube chat over here, and there's nobody in there. I am live. See, if you are here now, chat with me. All right, there you go. I am live. All right, so let's go ahead and get off TikTok. There was one other thing that was jumping to the top of the feed. Let me just move my screen around here. It's going to take me a second here. Yeah, this is weird. I'd rather just go through Rex stuff than trying to do this. It's kind of crap. And I do apologize. There's a crappy way to do this show without NX feed going on. Let's see here. All right. There it is. I think that's it. Yep. Let me drag that one. Actually, we'll just leave this one here. All right, we'll do that. And I'll come back over here. And we're gonna switch that cam off. We're gonna put this cam on. We're gonna switch my feed. Again, all the real cool shows you see out there, they have somebody helping them more than likely do all this stuff. I'm here by myself, but didn't pick up the feed. Let's try that again. Live streaming. And it didn't pick the feed. Where'd it go? Interesting. Again, this is live. Obviously, I'm trying to bring up the feed. There we go. So yes, we're going to talk about this. All right. So the Trump-Biden rematch is reset finally, officially. It's a done deal at this point. That's one of the other biggest news is this morning. A Trump versus Biden rematch is on. It showed the damn most Americans don't want. Basically, you got a choice of two old guys, which, honestly, I'm an old guy too, but I'd like somebody from my generation running. And I think as far as age goes, from like Andy Frisilla's age on up, maybe even Vivek Ramaswamy's age on up, I truly respect, and I hope they get a chance before they're 75 to 80 years old. I think until our form of government decides to come into the 21st century and quit using 17th and 18th century, 19th century laws and understandings, Robert's Rules of Orders, and other stuff that a civilized society needs to get away from at this point in time, I believe that we will always get election matches like this. They don't even talk about Robert F. Kennedy, who is a third-party candidate because the Democratic Party banned him. Remember what happened to Bernie Sanders? You remember what happened to Bernie Sanders? Two times in a row he was leading a race. 2 times in a row he was going to win the whole nomination. 2 times in a row he got screwed by the Democratic Party, the DNC. So it's all just a scam. It's all just a game. Millions of dollars are spent. Money's changed hands. If you're in the political machine, you don't care because you're going to make some money. It's going to fatten your bank account, and you're going to have that house in the Bahamas. You're going to have that house in Martha's Vineyard, and you don't really give a fuck. Okay? Let's just be honest with you. So, I personally don't like the showdown. There should have been a young Democrat versus a young Republican at the very least. Somebody from 39 upwards until like almost 60, because I think at this point in my life I'm at my most effective at anything at this point. I've seen enough, I've done enough, and I know what's right and wrong, and I know how to fix this. And fixing it is not electing a 75 or 80-year-old person into the government. We, the people, know how to fix this. Let's just put it that way. We, the people, have seen the inconsistencies of our government, and we know how to fix this. And then that's the sad thing, is we're going to put up with this crap for the next, what is it? It's March, right? Yeah, it's March 13th. It's Wednesday. So we got March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We got 8 months of this. 8 months of this fucking bull crap to listen to. So that's your rematch. The results are probably going to be likely controversial once again. Controversy is the only thing that sells in America, makes cash. But yeah, let's talk about the people below that I really want you to check out. So this show was very lame today. I couldn't go over X. I think I'm banned on X now. I don't know. I can't log in. It's just really weird. I couldn't even log in. So if I'm banned on X, so be it. I have 0 audience, which I had now. I have to build this YouTube audience, obviously. So below, you have 2 people or 2 shows that I watched last night. Tucker Carlson, highly respected journalist. He's around my age, I think. Maybe younger, maybe older, I don't remember. Anyways, Tucker interviewed Chris Cuomo. So if you actually follow the news or actually follow what's going on in the world, Chris Cuomo was Andrew Cuomo's brother, who was at the time the governor of New York during the COVID whole shtick and whole lie in 2020. Opposite sides of the aisle, opposite sides of ideologies. They sat down and had a chat because Chris Cuomo realized that, oh, maybe it's time to talk. Maybe it's time to quit being like these 75 and 80-year-old people that seem to be opposites instead of working together. Maybe it's time to work together. They had a good conversation. I didn't watch the whole thing, but they talked about the Putin interview, and I believe later on they probably talked about the COVID and all that other stuff. So yeah, they had a nice talk. They're grown adults. I think Kumo's probably around my age also, and they really had a very interesting intellectual talk. Below that, of course, is Andy Frisella's show, CTI. It's one of his more popular shows. It's not the one where he's telling you stuff. He's basically just commenting on what's on the internet, kind of like what I'm doing right now, except it's a lot better. And yeah, him and DJ, they got a deal going there, and all they ask you to do is share that show. That's it. That's their fee. He's a multi-millionaire, billionaire actually. Or is he a billionaire? Maybe. I don't know. He's got a couple 8-figure businesses. As you know, he is the owner of First Form here in St. Louis. First Form is a worldwide health fitness product. And yeah, they're straight from St. Louis. They're straight from the hood, man. I think the other day on one of their shows, they showed Andy's first house. It looks like it's down in Carondelet or something, which is a South City area. It's not bad. It's just where average people work, you know. And all of Andy's friends that are that he still has from back then, if he has any left from back then that have followed his philosophies, they're all just average Joes, man. Same with DJ. Just average Joes. But those 2 shows, I would highly suggest you go watch them after this, because you'll probably get more out of them than you just got out of this show. I do apologize. I don't know what's wrong with my X account. I may have been banned for doing a show called X Trending. Maybe they don't like me going over their trending topics. And if so, I will need to do a similar show that kind of like CTI. I will just go through what's in the news and pick out a couple stories and let's dig into them. So the 2 stories I talked about today, this was one of them, and the other one, I don't want to sit there and flip around and try to like bring it up on the screen, is the TikTok story. Those are the top stories of the day. We'll see what happens as far as the booby and ass shaking channel goes. That's TikTok, or the make money online, you know, bullshit goes. Yeah, have fun with that. Start your own TikTok, you know, shake your boob, shake your ass, and get people to pay you money. There you go. TikTok, stealing all your data for China. That's what they say, and that's why they're trying to ban it. So that is it for X Trending. I'm sorry that we didn't see X at all today, but I will figure out if my account is totally banned or what the story is. Once again, the show is going to be called X Trending, and I guess if X bans me, then I'll just switch the name of the show to something else, and that's quite fine by me. But it is right now called X Trending. Today is Wednesday, March the 13th, 2024. My name is Mark Zschiegner. You can subscribe below. You can turn on your bell notification. And you can also, it really helps if you do this, like the show. That tells the YouTube algorithm that somebody's watching. Hopefully somebody's watching the show. Anyways, that's it. This has been X Trending for Wednesday, March